Hey friends, welcome to Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Dare, a serial entrepreneur who has already made all of the money mistakes, so you don't have to. Now I'm working on my money mindset, expanding my companies, and having open conversations with women around a subject that shouldn't be so taboo: money. My company, Woman-Owned Wallet, and I are determined to help you foster a more positive relationship with your wallet and help you create a life that makes you say, wow. Hey, moneymakers. Welcome back to another episode of Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I am joined today by my favorite lady ever. She must be your favorite by now, too. Adrienne, the COO of W.O.W, is here. Thanks, Adrienne, for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yay! I mean, at this point, you're just going to be a staple of letting all the people know what the fuck is going on at W.O.W.
Which is a lot.
So many things. I can't keep it straight, which is why I need Adrienne in my life.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
So lucky to have you as I'm not crying. If you're watching the video, I'm not crying. It's called allergies and it's spring.
Which means here in Louisville, the allergens are everywhere.
Everywhere. The Ohio Valley, the worst.
Yeah, really.
Really is. Well, since it's spring, we just came out of, actually, we're still in Q1.
Yeah, so much has happened already.
Dude, like so much. We want to just fully separate out an entire episode to just talk y'all through the amazing epicness that was Galentine's Day Bash, because it deserves its own episode.
It does. There is so much planning, execution, all the things. There's a lot to talk about.
And I mean, usually in the office, we're talking a little bit about everything that's going on in life, but Galentine's Day pretty much took over our lives for at least 6 months.
Yeah, if not more.
I mean, usually we're just talking about Bravo.
Gosh, so much going on there too.
Well, I was going to say the Scandival.
Scandival.
Oh my God, I said it right. I'm impressed.
Ugh, so much.
And Ted Lasso came out yesterday, and Adrienne and I both got messages from our partners, and we're loving it.
I know.
Did you watch?
No, because let me tell you what, Apple TV, they really did us dirty. I don't know what happened. We have Apple TV Plus, but then it was you can't watch this. You have to, kept wanting to make us pay. And I was I don't understand.
Weird.
So we had, technical difficulties. So we have not watched it yet. So no spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers. But if you guys have ever seen Ted Lasso, you must understand that I'm Ted Lasso. That's me. I was Jason Sudeikis, you've got it. He's got it. The anxiety attacks, me. Stupid jokes, me. I am surrounded by amazing people like Adrienne, who is now lovingly referred to as Coach.
Yeah, which is fine with me. I love Coach.
I mean, I haven't called you Beard yet.
No, you have not. I don't know how fitting that is for me.
Coach
but
Fringe Bangs.
I know, they're fringing today. I have had straight bangs for the past couple of months, but they're getting long and they naturally just want to flare back out. So
they're fringing, fringing,
yeah,
vibing.
They're doing their thing. It's fine.
Y'all don't even understand how hard it is to pull off a middle part, but Adrienne, she does. I can't do it. You must have a very symmetrical face.
I don't know. It's been years in the making. I feel I had a middle part a lot growing up when it was not cool. Mm-hmm. And my sister used to call me butt crackhead because of it. Rude. But you know what? Joke's on her, because middle parts are back, baby.
They're in.
I've got one.
And you could pull it off, baby. God, I feel was it just Kardashians that made that popular again?
I don't even know. I don't watch the Kardashians. Mm. I'm much more a Bravo bitch.
Yeah, it's way more interesting.
It is. And,
I watch both.
There's the whole Bravo verse. So it's never ending.
Did we ever look up when BravoCon is? Because we need to go.
No, but we should look into it. That would be so much fun.
Well, now that it's after January, it is now your 4th anniversary. Yay! Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to do something fancy. Look how fancy we are. We have a whole crowd of people in the studio just clapping for Adrienne.
Applause.
And they can even fade out slowly. Like you would never even know.
So fancy.
So fancy with our podcast setup.
I know. Really upgrading from last time.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the same anxiety that I'm going to not record with this new equipment and have to re-record 10 episodes in like a couple of days.
Yeah.
So we're lucky.
Smooth sailing here.
Yeah, like every season gets a little bit better.
Well, that's
I'm
growth.
into it. Growth. The Grow collection reminds me of that.
Yeah.
God, that was like 6 years ago at this point.
A long time.
Anywho, that was from the New Black. So let's go through Galentine's Day because y'all showed up for Galentine's. I think we had a total of about 550 that were there. 550-ish people came to Galentine's Bash.
Yeah, it's amazing that many people like us.
Do you think they do? They like
Hopefully.
us?
Well, also, we did a great job marketing and all of our stuff looked great and super fun. So that's probably what got a lot of people there. But I'm going to say it's for us.
It's for us. It's for WOW.
Yeah.
For sure. And it was so cool to see like how many people bought tickets that were like multiples at once. Like they were definitely bringing their friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like it really did open up our world to so many new people, especially in Louisville. But I mean, some people traveled and hung out and I'm down for it.
Yeah.
We got to make an even more fancy experience next time.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely one of the goals was to make it a whole weekend thing for people to come to the event from out of town. That's for next year. We're going to build that up and just make the event even more special.
Yeah, you guys, I had to learn this. Like, you can't do it like, I mean, you can, but you can't do it on a budget, fast, cheap, and good.
Yeah.
All at the same time. So like, we're still on a budget. It was still expensive as fuck, but we loved it and had the best day ever. And of course, like what was really cool from that day is the entire goal is to put money in the wallets of women. Not only did we have, as like a company and myself as an entrepreneur, have our first 5-figure day, like 24 hours of over $10,000 in sales, like mind blown.
Yeah. So crazy.
That was my mind blown. It was a very chill blow up.
Yeah.
Like, I need that sound effect too. But definitely like that was amazing. And that I literally have been manifesting that and like saying that out loud since our last biggest day, which was almost 9,000 at New Lou Fest.
Yeah.
And then this was over 10,000. And I was like, it's going to happen at Galentine's. And the other thing that happened at Galentine's is that we hit $500,000 in lifetime sales of WOW.
Amazing.
Amazing. Wait, I'm going to do it again. That deserves some. Oh yeah, add it in. You got to get it a little closer. Ooh, fancy. If only our 500K balloons would have stayed on our wall.
I know. They did not last very long. But
We love those. But basically at Galentine's, like we opened in August of 2020. So it's literally 2.5 years, almost to the day, that we hit 500,000 in lifetime sales. Like, again, mind blown.
Yeah. And just to be able to have that moment at Galentine's with everyone was so fun. Like you couldn't even plan for that.
No, I was just like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And of course it would have been cool to happen before, but I agree. Like we're already hosting a party.
Yeah.
We might as well have like a $, 500 and a K balloon that are, there with money guns filled with our WOW bucks, which is like our loyalty program, but it's such a fun way to interact with pink money. And like the DJ, like calling it out for us.
Yeah.
And the thing that got us over 500,000 was our disco cowgirl earrings from Alexis at Modern. Oh gosh.
Modern Myth.
Yeah. I was going to say that's not the right thing. Modern Moon is what I was going to say. She's got moon vibes for sure,
Yeah.
but Modern Myth.
Mm-hmm.
So exciting.
People love those earrings. That was the first product that we ever went viral with on TikTok as well. We packaged like 80 of them out up in one day.
It was crazy. I did it live on TikTok, remember?
Yeah.
I
remember that.
was like, you guys, and here's another order. It was like, why are you live
shipping the same thing 80 times. I don't know. I just wanted to chat with you guys.
Cool. And we can.
And people did buy other stuff as well, like in addition to the earrings, because they were so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it just couldn't have been a more perfect moment. I mean, we were all together. Nobody had to miss this day.
Yeah.
Like even at
the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team. Like it was just such a beautiful moment. You guys are each holding like a different balloon. Like so fun. It was just so fun. And I felt like what was even cooler to me than that, because of course I celebrate our successes and I'm really proud of us as a team, and like individually I'm proud of myself for like doing all of this too. But I'm even more proud of like this world that has created the opportunity for other women-owned businesses to have their best sales days.
Yeah.
Like we had probably 20 vendors and we had multiple reports back of them having record-breaking sales days.
Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, some of them, I feel like, one even mentioned that she made about the same or more that she made during holiday in that day alone. So like to be able to make that much money in 5 hours.
Right.
Incredible.
Y'all showed up.
Yeah. People were ready to shop.
And I think it's because we really do. We promote like, why is it such a positive thing to put money in the wallets of women? Like we put it back into the community. Like we have been raised to be these, jam winners. Mm-hmm. And in a way that's like very freeing to not have to be the breadwinner. And so many of us are breadwinners. Like, don't get me wrong. But I feel like there's this mindset of like, our money gets to be the money that improves the world.
Yeah.
That goes towards the next generations, the children of the world, like the education, the healthcare, the communities that we live in. And women, like not putting money in the wallets of women can impact your community in a negative way. So by doing that positively every single day and us promoting it every single day adds to communities all over the place.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Going to church. Take me to church. I won't sing. I mean,
you want to though.
I want to. All the time, forever and ever. My allergies are just like, nah, girl, not happening. Okay, so I do not remember the exact moment of having the Galentine's like idea, but we want to go through like, dude, 6 months of planning and we're already planning our next big one.
Yeah, you guys, we had not even recovered from Galentine's Day and Amanda is in Slack. Like, you guys, I have this idea for another event. And I'm like, Amanda, I still feel like I've been hit by a bus. Like, give me a minute. But the next event's going to be really fun. I'm super excited.
I'm like, it's in like 6 months. It's fine. Actually, it's in like...
Which means we need to start planning now.
Yeah. So we're just in planning. We're not in execution mode. We're in hear me out mode.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like just to give you a little bit of vibes before we get too far into Galentine's, our next event is going to be in October. And Adrienne named it.
I did name it.
Look at you.
It's Booby Bash.
Booby Bash. We're going for like body positivity / breast cancer awareness, of course. I mean, if you think of pink, so much goes back to breast cancer awareness. Obviously, thinking of women, thinking of breast cancer, mammograms, just like everything that's important for women's health and body positivity, mixing in our signature like vibes and the witchiness and the fun, the celestial vibes, the energy.
Yeah. And I'm super excited because it's not just regular witches. We're going to be pastel witches.
And you guys know, like, it's kind of frustrating because even if you look on Pinterest and you're like, oh, pink witches, there's like 2.
Yeah.
Like
Which
done
seems
well.
Weird to me. I was kind of surprised about that, honestly.
I agree. Like, I was like, this is not an original concept, Amanda. Like, whatever. And then I was like, oh, fuck, it is.
Yeah. I mean,
we need more pastel witches.
We do.
I think especially with, I know technically they weren't witches, but especially with like Wednesday coming out.
Yeah.
And like, if you guys look at any of the stuff from Galentine's, like my best friend, Amanda, I know her name is also Amanda. How conceited of me. But I'm just surrounded by them because we're all 80s babies. But the amazingness, like everyone showed up as themselves, like so beautifully. And my best friend Amanda is such a Wednesday vibe. She's definitely like gothic girly. I was in her office at the art museum that she works at, and even her like desk is all filled out with like, of course, gothic vibes, and she had like these like fake spiders all over it. I was like, God, I hate this.
Amanda hates spiders.
I'm so arachnophobic, and it's really affects my life.
The store and our offices are in a very old building. It's like from the 1880s.
60s, 1860s.
Wow. Even older. So we have a lot of little critters around, and even yet, was it yesterday? Something like that.
Yeah.
Amanda comes in, she's like, there's one out there.
Oh,
I don't know where it went, but there's one out there.
it was just hanging by its little web down in the middle in front of my face. And he was really small, so I can deal with that. But like, remember those big ones that were like, they built a whole web basically over the back area that we have, like the porch kind of area, massive web, and just this big old silver dollar bitch in the middle. Oh, it was like hairy. I hate them so much. But anyways, so my best friend had like fake spiders, not real ones. And I was just like, this is so obvious to me that like, she even felt like at Galentine's that she could show up as her full self, as her full Wednesday vibes. And I was like, oh, I think I was just always trying to be a Wednesday in my previous life of like the new black, the little black dresses. And I'm like, I'm an Enid.
Yeah.
I'm just an Enid. And we had these two little girls that were sisters of my friend Ashley that came up, and they were like talking about Wednesday because Amanda was dressed obviously like over the top, like amazing, like obsessed. Like she has these like Maleficent like horns on with like red flowers.
She had a great headpiece. Also her shoes. She had on the tallest platforms. And you guys, I grew up with the Spice Girls. I was in love with Baby Spice. All the platform vibes still to this day. But the ones that she had on, I don't understand how she walked around that place all day and did not break her ankle.
Me either.
Very impressed.
She's magical.
Yeah.
She's so magical. I'm obsessed with her. And like these two little girls walked up and I was like, oh, I'm the Wednesday. I'm the Enid.
Cute.
And I was like, even as adults, y'all, like you can find your Wednesday. You can have your Enid. And I was like telling Amanda she was on the podcast. Y'all have listened to her. She was on last season. And she was like, she's not really into kids. And I'm like, babies, yay. Like, I love it. And so I was like, she was like holding on to me, and I was like, be nice to the kids. Like, not in a rude way. She wasn't being rude, but just like smile. But that's not very Wednesday. And they loved her anyway.
Yeah.
So it didn't even matter.
Looked cool.
She was a vibe.
Yeah.
So I had on like this pink and red dress with like a headpiece with little hearts on it. And Amanda has her like Maleficent horns with like red like roses in full black. And she was like doing social media for us. And I was like, oh, I love that my bestie is such a vibe. It was so good. You had a great dress.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Where'd you get it again?
And Other Stories. It's
what is
that?
The
first time ordering from them. I kept getting Instagram ads, but I was just Googling one night. I was like, sequin dress. And the first one that popped up was the one that I wore. And it was so wow. I was like, this is perfect. How did this happen? Because it's just pink and red and like silver and has all these like wavy kind of pattern and all sequins. And I was like, done deal. And it was on sale. So double win for me.
Win.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to wear this like disco ball jumpsuit, but it didn't come in time.
I know. That was so rude.
It was like 2 months. And I was like, don't get me wrong, like for handmade stuff, like I get it because we did that. But I feel like I don't think that this was, and it just felt a little frustrating, but it has arrived and I have to get it altered because I'm going to wear it to Lizzo.
Ooh,
the Lizzo concert right
That's
after
gonna be
my
great
birthday.
for that.
Yeah, it's basically now just my 34th birthday outfit.
There you go.
I mean, fuck yeah. I'm so excited. I was like, I was just thinking about altering it while we were sitting here and staring at you. And I was like, oh, I think I could just add some elastic here. And I was like, the whole thing is sequenced, like massive.
Yeah.
And I don't want to alter it because fuck that.
Yeah, you got to trim all the, I don't even think they're sequins. I think they're paillettes.
Yeah, they are paillettes.
Yeah, which is like a mega sequin, basically.
It's like our curtains that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Oh, And
so
I
you
looked
gotta
at
trim
it.
all those things off.
Well, some of
before you
them
can
got
hem 'em.
stuck into the seam and they're like sticking straight up. And I'm
hate
like,
that.
well, I'm going to trim those bitches like right away.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot. But I got a really cool dress from All Is Fair in Love and Fashion, which she used to be in the mall, actually in the space we were in for the new Black as like a pop-up. And then I saw the space there and I was like, oh, yay. So when she moved out as pop-up, it was still like another year until after that. But that was the first time I saw the space in the mall for the new Black and I loved it. And Rayshonda that owns that is just the funniest fucking person. And like, I'm so happy that she's on TikTok. She just hit 2 million on TikTok.
Amazing.
So I think it's AIF, All Is Fair, AIF _ or something like that. But I'm obsessed with you, Rayshonda. Maybe we can get her on the podcast. I mean, she literally lives down the street from me. But I've known her for a long time and I loved it. And I tried on this dress because last minute I was like, where am I going to find a dress? Like, will it even arrive in time? And I had like a little off the shoulder moment and it was like pink and red with my like metallic pink cowgirl boots.
Yeah.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
I'm into it. I'm ready to see like, what are we going to wear to Booby Bash?
Something cute.
Something really cute.
I feel like we'll probably dress in our colors, which
Yeah.
Amanda is pink and I'm like a lilac lavender.
You have pink on today.
I know. I do have pink on today.
Stealing.
I
I'm just
almost
kidding.
wore, I have this.
You had
cardi-
purple on yesterday.
Yeah. But I have this cardigan in another colorway that's like color blocked with lavender. And I almost wore
Ooh.
that one, but I was like, I'm going to be against our backdrop.
Yeah.
Pink is going to look better.
Give the
So,
vibes.
yeah.
The
You know.
vibes. Yeah. So we're sitting in our office right now, which we didn't even have like at the end of the last year. But this is the majority of the space that we utilize to plan Galentine's.
Yeah. And thank goodness we had the space and our fancy new computers to do all that planning. Made life so much easier.
So much easier. We got to get into that in a full other episode, but they were lifesavers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I guess it was like 6 months ago. We kind of got the team together and we have done Galentine's bashes, or sorry, not bashes. This was the first bash. But we've done Galentine's Day like parties and events with the new Black. But had you not been to one? I think that was, we talked about that maybe.
Yeah, I think, well, we had one in the new space.
Oh, true. Yeah, we did.
I think I had joined like right before
Yeah.
the last Galentine's Day in the mall.
Got it.
So I ended up, because I remember being invited and I was like, I don't know. I'm new here. So I think I probably just stayed home, but I don't know.
Well, and you were like part-time at the time and it must have been like right after you got hired.
Yeah. I don't even think I was working the day of the party or anything. But
We usually didn't work that day.
yeah.
So there's so much organization.
But the one in the new space was one of like the bigger ones, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was still big.
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I don't remember it being just a Galentine's. I feel like it was.
We
a
also had a
collection.
mini collection Embrace.
Yeah.
I think we
right.
did like 4 or 5 pieces, something like that. And they were velvet
Yeah.
bodysuits. And I did a little like boudoir shoot and it was about embracing your body. It was right before the pandemic as well. We had that. And then like 2 weeks later, we had our 5-year anniversary party. And then I left the next day to go on that cruise for 2020.
Yeah. And then the world shut down.
And shut down the world. And then I didn't see Adrienne for like a month and a half. Maybe
You're
longer.
stuck on a cruise ship for a while.
I was stuck. But it was just interesting because like I think even at that event we had like 3 vendors maybe. I remember Haley being there and having her Busy Craft Bee crocheted items. And she had like a girl power one and it's very girl power vibes.
Yeah.
And then I want to say it was like Baked who did like frosted cookies.
Yeah. And the little box sets. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then
we
the
had a flower.
Yeah.
Was it Lou Flower Truck or 4 years now?
I think so.
3
yeah.
years.
It's been a minute.
But we had flowers. And then I think Jesse might have been there doing henna or something like that.
Yeah.
And had a little Lizzo backdrop and come bringing it back to Lizzo. All roads lead back to Lizzo. Let's be real. But yeah, so it was good, but it was obviously way under 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
Probably like 60 at the most. I mean, it was pretty small like space too. This one had 550 people. So
And we had a whole brewery.
we
to
had
ourselves.
the entire brewery. I think that was maybe like a good first place to start is that we really needed the venue. We needed the date was very important.
Yep.
Because obviously Galentine's is one time of the year. And you could do a Galentine's event, I think, throughout February And there were so many.
Yeah.
But this is a Galentine's bash.
Yeah.
So you got to get serious.
We're not going to compromise on that date.
No, which I mean, we already had to because like technically it was the 12th instead of the 13th.
Yeah.
But it was Sunday brunchy vibes. We got to do it. So we talked to 1020 Brewery and Lindsay.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Lindsay. She's our new bestie.
Her. She's so Southern, y'all.
Yes.
Oh, she just brings out all those Memphis vibes. Memphis. Of just being an amazing little Southern gem over there helping us rock it with the events. And she was like, wow, she was so complimentary. They had never had one that was like that well organized, they said.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, for our first one, like we did it.
Go.
And I think she was the first person we got on board. I think
Yeah.
it was you, me, and Ellie, who's our CFO, and then Lindsay that met up the first time. And then I was walking through and I was just like, you guys have probably heard me say this, but I can sit in a space and like, it's like VR. Like in my brain, I'm like, okay, the balloons go like that. This moves like that. Like I can visualize it, but it is so hard to get that out of my brain.
Yeah.
And make it work for everybody else and communicate that. And usually it's just some patience, which Adrienne has plenty of.
Yeah. I'm used to it at this point. I know how you roll.
I like that we figured it out finally.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay. And then we like talked to her, solidified the date. They were also a beautiful sponsor for us. So that was great. We worked on a like custom cocktail and mocktail menu with them a little bit later on. But first, that date, that space. And then I think Ellie came in with like the Asana program to like do project management, which we kind of used. We're doing it better now.
Yeah. We're definitely still getting in the gist of using that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like from where it was just the two of us for so long working together, it was just everything was by communication to one another. And like, this is just a whole new way of working since we have more people to involve now. So we're getting there. We're learning.
Mm-hmm. And she even had like a bunch of big pieces of like calendar paper.
Yeah.
She was very corporate.
Yeah. We like to joke that Ellie is very corporate.
Ellie's so corporate.
Even though she's like, no, I'm not.
She's like, I've never actually worked corporate. And I'm like, you're so corporate. But she brings definitely a lot of, like, she had a lot of event planning experience. And while I do believe that we didn't have a ton of experience planning events outside of our own space because all the other ones we did were in our own space.
Yeah.
Besides maybe that story video shoot that we did for the Thrive collection.
Yeah.
Something like that. So we were leaning on her for some of that, obviously for some of the financial organization and sponsorships. She helped us get some sponsorships that were fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Loved our sponsors.
Yeah. Like Women's Business Center, Kentucky. Y'all, if you haven't like looked them up yet or talked to them at Galentine's or anything, look around for free like consultations, free resources that can help you get funding for your businesses for free. Everyone has access to something like this in their state, I'm positive. And Phyllis and Cherie was actually the person, I was so excited to talk to her again. I got my first SBA loan in 2019 before the pandemic. And Cherie, who worked at Community Trust Bank at the time, she now works at Community Ventures. So again, she's helping people get funding for their businesses. Obsessed. I'm like, if I don't do this job, can I do that job? Like, yes, please.
Yeah.
But I met with her, with Ellie, and with Phyllis, who works at the Women's Business Center of Kentucky, and they're kind of affiliated. And I was just so excited to see Cherie again because she was one of the reasons that I got my first SBA loan. Like she stuck it out with me for 6 months. And so I got a picture with her at Galentine's because spoiler alert, they were her sponsor.
Yeah.
And I was just like, she was like, tell me all about everything you've got going on now. And I was like, don't worry, I'm still paying off that loan. It's all good. And she was just so happy to see like what that money could do.
Yeah.
And then Ellie held my hand, I felt like through all of the like pandemic loans that I was able to get and reconsolidation of everything just into the business. Like I don't have personal debt in the business any longer, but for 10 years I did.
Yeah.
So it was just so cool. It was like a full circle moment. The other full circle moment was Maggie Harlow, who, yes, if you recognize that last name, is Jack Harlow's mom. And Jack Harlow is our amazing musician that is just fucking killing it everywhere in the world right now, especially with like, I watched the SNL that he hosted.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. He just seems so great. I just saw on their Instagram that they gave like 350 pairs of shoes to like kids in at a school around here recently. And I was like, stop it, Maggie. Like, I just want to be as cool of a mom as she is.
Yeah, Maggie is awesome.
Yeah, but she owns Signorama downtown with her husband, who is Jack's dad. And they were both like generous enough to meet with me and Ellie. We had the whole conversation of like what this could be, this vision that's so hard to get out of your brain and like convey to other people. And she listened to all of it and just graciously said yes to being our presenting sponsor. And it was amazing. And I just felt like she was there, had these like fuzzy red boots on, remember?
Yeah.
They were so tall.
Yeah, they were so funny.
And then she made custom shirts for her whole team that say women run shit.
Loved it.
And I was like, Maggie, can I have one? And I've worn it like 5 times. I love it. So we had them as our sponsor. So it was a great way to bring some money into the event because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
To host events. Let me tell y'all, we be learning.
Yeah. Learned so much.
So many things. And I felt like, I don't know, just the sponsorships in general with them, with 1020 and also with Mint Julep, like tour experiences. It was such a cool thing that we were able, like, I don't know, I just never like asked for sponsors for any other thing that we did.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to kind of go out of our own comfort zone.
It's just another way to like work with other people in the community too, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. And I felt like our audience was their audience. So
yeah,
like,
very much so.
Yeah, like we attract women business owners all the time because we're about putting money in the wallets of women.
Yeah.
And so are these amazing businesses. Like, I don't know, and just services for like, for them was unparalleled. Like you can get all the signage. Remember that sign at the business? It was like, a business with no sign is a sign of no business.
Yeah.
It was so hard to get that out, but it was right.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was just like, that's so smart. And like Maggie, from the very first time, like Adrienne's heard this story for sure, but I want y'all to understand that Maggie is such an integral part of like my journey. And don't get me wrong, Jack Harlow, fucking cool. Maggie,
even cooler.
Maggie, I love her. Like, she's just always been there at these like really pivotal moments. She was literally the first person I ever had like business coaching with that was positive because the other ones were dudes. They were like, you're not going to be successful. And I was like, cool, watch me. And like, yeah, maybe not with that exact thing I was doing, but like, are you really just going to shoot down every idea I ever have for the rest of my life right now?
Yeah.
Chill out, dude. And then I went and met with Maggie because I won this Young Entrepreneurship Award. And I got $1,500, which helped me open my very first store I ever had in Melwood Art Center. Blows my mind. And she gave me, like, she was just so positive and believed in, like, what was going on. And maybe not in that exact business I'm saying, but, like, when I left there, I was like, I can do this. I can do anything. And I just had to, like, keep working on it, obviously, and keep it going. Because this was just headbands in my dorm room, like,
yeah,
I kind of get why he was rude about it, but I also like had such a positive like relationship and interaction with her that I was just like stars in my eyes. And ever since then, it was like she's always stepped in for like signage for the new Black. When we moved out of the mall, she was the first purchase at WOW.
Yeah,
the very first purchase was Maggie Harlow, and I was just like, why you keep stepping in right when I need you? And like even all the signage outside of our business, Maggie Harlow's business, like. Yeah. Come on. So she just keeps stepping up. And I told her this whole story because I was like, you probably don't even realize like how much you mean to me. And she was like, oh, I was watching it and I just started crying. Like it was just so nice. And I was like, Maggie. And then she was like, just tell me what you want to do next. And I was like, don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome. And I feel like, I mean, with Mint Julep, I mean, they went around the whole neighborhood. That was cool. With the tour stops.
Hit up all the tour spots. Yeah.
Because we don't want to just promote our shit. We want to promote everybody's shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and 1020 is practically in Nulu.
I mean, it's the edge.
Yeah.
For sure it's in it.
So which was very convenient for us while we were planning this event.
Adrienne's like, what if we forget something? I was like, We're right there.
Yeah.
We're so close, like 2 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if we came back exactly.
I don't think we did.
Because we did kind of 2 trips, I guess, anyway.
Yeah.
It was so hard to set up an event on a Saturday when we were open. The store was open.
Yeah. We had to wait to close. Basically take everything out of the store to then move it to 1020 for the next day.
Mm-hmm. That was crazy. So we got our sponsors. We got our space. I think the next people we met with was the food.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? Do you want to talk a little bit about Happy Belly?
Yeah. So Happy Belly Bistro, Ashley and Tatiana, we love them.
Hi.
We had actually already had a relationship with them because they are on the tour. So we had eaten their food, which was delicious, made a video for them. And they're just all around really great people. So they have a permanent stall inside 1020. So it was just kind of an obvious choice. You know, they're woman-owned. We worked with them before, and they're in our venue for the event. So we worked with them to come up with a specialty menu, which was really fun. We had some pink waffles and things.
I know. I didn't get to try them that day.
I had one of the quesadillas because that was like part of we made sure that all of our vendors got fed before our event. So they were like passing out all the food to everyone working the event before. So I did have some of a quesadilla, but yeah, I did not get any of the specialty menu because I was just running around.
We were just too busy that morning.
But a lot of people were sitting down eating
They
looked like they had happy bellies. So
oh, look at all those happy faces and happy bellies.
Yeah.
So cute. I love that. And then we had the like specialty drinks from 1020.
We did.
That was cool.
That was cool. So 1020 has a nonprofit called the Headwaters Fund. So a lot of the beers that they brew, they'll brew like a specialty batch of beer, and a portion of the proceeds of that beer they'll donate to different nonprofits and charities around town. And so they were kind enough. We had Eyes at Sea, which is a nonprofit here in town.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. We'll probably get into all the amazing work that she does later. But they were kind enough they did a, what was the drink? I can't think of what the drink was.
It was the strawberry seltzer.
The strawberry
sassy.
Seltzer. Yes.
Sassy strawberry seltzer for Eyes That See.
Yeah. So they made this specialty seltzer, and then a portion of the sales from that went to Nikki and Eyes That See, which was really awesome.
And Eyes That See, I mean, is a charitable organization that makes sure that women in Ethiopia, because that's where Nikki has adopted her son from, that they have access to basically getting out of the sex trade.
Yeah.
So they have like housing, educational services, counselors, and community, so that they all kind of band together as a class and make sure that each other are okay after.
Yeah. I guess prostitution is legal in Ethiopia. So when a lot of younger women phase out of the foster care system, a lot of them turn to that because for most of them, it is probably one of their only options.
It's the option.
Yeah. But Nikki works with this place called the Kazia House where, like Amanda said, they basically take on classes or like
cohorts.
Yeah. But they, I think, live on site and go to these classes, learn skills that at that point they can go out into the world once they...
I think there was sewing was one of them, actually.
Yeah.
Sewing was, and then like baking skills. There was other ones I'm trying to remember, but it was really cool and really interesting to see that, like, even if we raised like $300 at this event, that would pay for a counselor to join them for like the entire time that they were in there. And they've had 100% success rate in placing people into jobs that were not prostitution.
Yeah.
After.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because,
So
I mean,
cool.
it just wasn't what those girls wanted to do. So it wasn't like an empowering experience for them. This gives them an option to try something else.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. And Nikki was so sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet. We loved her. And she was like, you want to do something? She was so nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, I want to invite you here to like waste your time. I want to give you some money.
No, she was like, so we're doing this? It's like, yeah, Nikki.
Yeah.
You're here.
Of course.
We love you.
But it was, she was so great. And she's just, you can tell she's such a genuine human.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's doing all of this, like literally for all the best reasons ever. Like her heart is just so pure
Yeah.
to me. So I was like, that's where I want my money to go. That's where I want y'all's money to go too, of buying these sassy strawberry seltzers and enjoying them.
Yeah.
We also had the Cinerama Splash.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a gin drink? I think it was a gin drink.
I think so.
They were all pink.
Yeah.
As of
Pink
course.
and fun.
Yeah. And then we had like a pink lady one. That was a really cool one.
Yeah, I don't think I had any of the specialty drinks. I was just chugging water the whole time because I was like, don't pass out, don't pass out.
Exactly. I was like, I don't even think I had any food.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That is bad.
I know. I had like McDonald's that morning and I was just sustaining on vibes.
Biscuit.
I'm like, that's it. Oh man, it was a lot. So we had the food. We had the drinks, we had the space, we had the sponsors, and we had vendors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like the vendors were such a cool part because we've been at so many events.
So many.
And met so many vendors that we kind of knew the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to make sure. So a lot of the people we actually invited before we announced it, and they all said yes.
Yeah. Spots filled up very quickly.
Oh, we were like kind of worried about it. Like, how are we going to do it? And then we just told people and they were just like, yeah, anything you do, I want to do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was easy.
I will say the one, I think, compared to a lot of other markets, our vendor fee was a little bit higher. So, you know, that was a concern for us, like of whether we'd be able to get these people. But because we have been to so many markets and done so many events, we really knew what we needed to do in order to take care of our vendors, like how we would want to be treated at a market. And so they, you know, got fed, they got freebies, like there was all kinds of things involved with their vendor fee.
Yeah, the free tickets for their friends to come. They got like 2 or 3. We had vegetarian, vegan, and meat eater options. Carnivorous option. And we also gave them, like, we provided tables as well.
Yeah, because lugging a table around
it's the worst.
A pain in the ass.
And also it was an all indoor event, which being in February, you just have to be.
Yeah.
But it was like the most beautiful day.
Yeah, it turned out to be such a nice day.
Yeah, because 1020 also has this really beautiful like front patio. And that's where we were doing like check-ins and stuff. And it was full of people. Like there's so much video of everybody enjoying it outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we couldn't have gotten luckier.
Oh, I know.
So good.
So good.
And then I felt like even, because like you said, we wanted to make sure that this like price is worth it. Like the ROI is there. Like you're gonna literally be in front of people that are ready, willing, happily spending money with women-owned businesses.
Yeah, prime demographic.
Exactly. I was like, the women that we like invited to be a part of it, that were vendors, like, again, have the same customer. So if we can provide the vibes, you get paid.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. Why don't you name off a couple of them?
Oh, gosh, we had so many. We had Maddie about cake.
You guys,
with the prettiest macarons. She even got this fancy machine that allowed
like a laser printer.
Yeah, she could basically like put
Food
WOW's WOW's logo on macarons.
Yeah,
with her own specialty flavor.
And she sold out.
Yeah,
of everything.
Oh, like quickly. I feel like
she was like enjoying the day. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, we had Fly Girl candles, which I feel like she sold out too.
Deirdre's been on the podcast. We love you, Deirdre. She actually sent me a text this morning sending me some love and like missing me. And I was like, you're so cute.
That was sweet.
I love her.
Sweet. Yeah, we had Clink permanent jewelry.
Yeah, and she's pretty new around town.
She is new, but she's been popping up everywhere since then. I've seen her multiple places. So that's awesome.
And she had a record-breaking day, and so did Maddie. Both of them did. And I know that Deirdre had a profitable day, like by quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like everybody sent me their profit. And I was like, I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Like, please just send me your profit. I love it.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, I feel like the diversity among our vendors was really great. We had, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like literally across the board, we had we just kind of said some candles, some macarons, some jewelry. We had Six Sisters, who is a boutique.
Yeah.
We had I Am Evergreen, hand painted. I had the most beautiful moment with Vanessa. She was like, we were just talking and I was like, I think I'm one of your biggest fans. And she was like, no way. And I was like, no, I love her art and she deserves so much to be celebrated for her I mean, painting is one of the things I like can't do.
Oh, me neither.
I mean, I can paint a wall and
Yeah.
like maybe a mural, but like tiny painting.
Mm-hmm. And they all look identical. Like all
Yeah.
the pieces.
Like I don't have the patience, I think.
Yeah.
It
me
was
neither.
so beautiful. And like we just had this moment of, she was one of the people that made what she made in like a holiday weekend, like in 5 hours, and really appreciate it. And even when we got feedback from everybody, they were like, this is the best event I've ever been to. Like we got a little bit of feedback that we can definitely improve on, which we want, obviously. But it was mostly just about like placement of a table.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like they felt fully supported. They loved that they got to eat. Like I was like, you're eating before these people come in because you're going to be busy
Yeah.
all day long. We had Wild Organics, who has earrings as well.
Yeah. Made from dehydrated fruit.
Yeah.
Super fun. She
Like
had a great
satin resin.
booth set up.
I love her booth.
Yeah.
So cute.
Very cute.
We had Honeybee Fiber Co., who was selling, she just thought they were like extra things, but they sold so fast, like dino chicken nugget crocheted items. They're like massive. Did you miss
I missed that entirely. I went by her booth multiple times too.
Well, I think they sold fast. Because she had them in like a little side thing. Like she didn't think they were going to be anything special. And I guess she had them left over. And I was like, nah, like this is going to be everybody's favorite.
People love a little kitschy moment.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We sure do. The right kind of kitsch. For sure. That was so fun. And I was telling her, like, if we end up launching on DoorDash, that I want to have like a little nuggets.
That would be so cute.
Like box.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
So cute.
It makes me so happy to think about. Just like, that's adorable. What a cute like little gift to give somebody. And she was down for it. But she said she sold like the most scrunchies.
Yeah.
Like she was making them at the table because they just kept selling so fast.
Yeah, she was the whole time she was making stuff.
Yeah, every video I have of her is her crocheting at the table.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're so cool. Are you kidding? And then in that room, we also had a Serene Nights Candle Co., which you guys know.
Yeah.
We love.
She was on the podcast last season.
Hey, Nyasha. What's up? Love you. Sarah, how are you? God, the most beautiful, like, humans, too.
Yeah.
She brought, like, she was mad because somebody stole her. She had, like, a lock and key, like a heart lock with a little key, like, prop. She's like, somebody stole my key.
Oh, no.
I was like, no, Nyasha. She was like, it's all right. They just probably thought it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sure it wasn't that serious. But it was really cute. And they ended up forgetting their Be Your Own Sugar Daddy candles at home. So we bought them all.
Yeah.
Now they're in the store.
I mean, she did make them for us. So.
Yeah.
And we needed them in the store. So.
Yeah. It was time for that restock.
Yeah.
We got to do
out.
what we got to do. And I mean, God, they smell so good.
They do smell good.
And that was just one room of these 5 rooms, y'all.
Yeah.
And like we had in the next room, I'm trying to think, there was Sequel Scents, really cool body, like butters, scrubs. It smelled so good.
Yeah, we had Royal Couture treats, some more treats, super tasty.
I think I got like 2 boxes of brownies from her for the team and 2 boxes of cupcakes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. We got to have a little more treats next time. I want all the,
just love a little treat.
all the foods. Yeah, just a little treat yourself moment.
Yeah.
And we had Leva, which is like a motherhood kind of app that she was launching there.
Yes.
I think it's mostly around like following your breastfeeding journey. We wanted to make sure that moms felt supported.
Yeah.
And she was next to like the ones we just talked about. But across from her was something real fun. We had a little bit of sensual bliss.
Yeah.
Miss Tiffany. And had some playful, sexy items.
Yeah. The lingerie. Her booth was, they were having fun over there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. They had like a little dressing room and a little ring light. People were,
they're like all hyping each other up. It was fun.
It was so much fun. And she wore this hat that says King Tiff.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, King Tiff. I like it. Like, you can be my king.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was really fun. And of course, it's Galentine's. Like, the orgasm gap is bigger than the wage gap, y'all. Like, we've talked about this. We had our emoji baiters that we love at our booth, but we wanted to have more, like the next step up. And trust me, they're great.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'll go with family listening right now, but they're amazing. So definitely Sensual Bliss was awesome. And we had Doggy Issues.
Yes. So
Miss Jen, also on the podcast. It was basically like a podcast tour. I'm like, who am I going to call? All of the ladies I already love.
Yeah.
And she has never done a booth before.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you think that she looked so put together?
Yeah. She was like one of the first people to set up and was ready to go. And I did not know that.
Yeah, that was our first one.
How fun.
I know. I need to like check back in with her about it and see like how it went, because I don't know if I heard from her yet, but it was really cute. And we had her right next to the puppies.
Yes. My favorite part of the event.
The best part was the puppy kissing booth.
Yes. Oh, God, that's my dream, just to be surrounded by little pit bull puppies all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's because you have Callie.
I know. My big baby.
Your big baby.
My big 80-pound baby.
Oh, and we had our little moment where we got our puppy kisses. So tell them about this. It was from Fatheads.
Yeah, Fatheads Rescue. They are a organization here in Louisville. All of their dogs are in foster homes, so none of them are in kennels. They're all being socialized. Yeah, it's so great.
Cool. Yeah.
But they are very big into the rehabilitation and training of these dogs because, you know, there's such a stigma around the bully breeds, which I feel like slowly but surely we're getting away from that.
I think it's getting there. It feels good.
Because if you own a pit bull or know someone with one, you know that they're just the biggest babies. So sweet. So they are really working towards breaking that stigma and, you know, getting these dogs trained and ready to go into their forever homes. So we had about, I think it was like 5 or 6 puppies. Like little, I think they were like 7 or 8 weeks old. And then they had some of their adult adoptable dogs.
So well behaved.
So well behaved.
We were like nervous because we hadn't done it. I was. Because I was like, I haven't done anything with puppies. I'm a cat lady. So I was just like, are they going to be everywhere? Like, I just didn't know. And of course, like Fatheads just did such a beautiful
her whole team are amazing. And you guys, they even dressed the dogs to theme. They showed up in tutus, have little heart things on their harness. At one point, I looked over. We were in like the money room. So we had a big pink backdrop with like pink balloons and pink money. And I looked over and they had one of the dogs posing, like straight up. She was doing a pose in front of the photo booth. And she had the little pink sunglasses, little heart-shaped sunnies on. And I was like, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to go die right now.
My life is complete.
But yeah, all of their dogs were so well trained and people had a blast with it. We had a big balloon install that it was a big heart-shaped arch. And so we had that and then some really cute...
You could like sit under it.
Yeah, sit under it. And they had their step and repeat kind of back behind that with their logo.
That was perfect.
Yeah, great setup.
Yeah.
But so people could, you know, grab their puppy and then go and sit down and have
with
their photo taken.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. With a volunteer. So basically people gave a small donation to have photos with the puppy. So there was a whole fundraising aspect for that as well. And then they were selling some of their merch too. But yeah, I think all of their crew like had a great time, which is awesome.
They like thanked us over and over. Like just loved the event.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely want to try to do as much as we can. And in the future we're doing the Rescues and Roses. We're sponsoring that and like being involved in some of the balloon installations
for them. Rescues and Roses is a derby themed fashion show, but they have it for dogs and humans. So they walk down the runway together and it's going to be really cute. I can't wait. I know. Amanda's going to be gone, so I'm leading charge on that one, but I'm excited. I'll take lots of photos.
I planned this my mom planned this cruise for us to go on just together. And that was a really big deal, you know, for us because we haven't been able to take a lot of trips just the two of us. It's usually the family. So, I mean, it's time. Let's go hang out. Girlfriends hanging out all 10 days. I was like, Mom, I thought this was 7. She's like, it's 10. Which I'm still hoping to get her on this season of the podcast too. So y'all can meet her and learn where all my crazy money shit came from. This lady, I love her, but we will talk and on the podcast and you'll see what's up. And then during that time when I'm gone, all these things popped up.
So many things.
And I've had this plan for like months.
Yeah.
And like now I'm just like, sorry, Adrienne. That's why you make the big bucks.
Yeah. It's fine. We're going to work it out.
Yeah. And I mean, it's puppies. So it's you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pink and cat. I mean, you have cats too.
I do have cats.
So You're just a pet mom, a furry mom, fur baby mom, whatever it is. And then in that same room, we also had bougie ears. She's making us some custom earrings for the store.
Oh, fun.
I got to see some of them there and I'm really excited. I think they're like curing and stuff right now. So we don't have them in the store yet, but probably by the time this is out. And they're like red and pink, like checkerboard.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. Remember those ones you got for Christmas? I got earrings from Bougie Ears at the Show Up Summit for all the girls at WOW, and just so beautiful. And so we're going to have her stuff in the store. I'm very excited about it. And then we had Twisted Sisters. They had some really cute little items, just like Six Sisters, Twisted Sisters and Six Sisters.
All the sisters.
I want all the sisters. So it was perfect. They did a really great little setup with like heart-shaped stuff, the pinks, the reds. I love the boutique vibes of those two because they can just really bring it.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like they can really curate per event. And it was adorable.
It was adorable.
I almost wore my pants from Twisted Sisters today. And yesterday I was looking at Six Sisters Instagram and they have this really beautiful floral suit. Did you see it?
No, but I saw a message come through on Instagram.
Because I was like, hey, is it in my size?
Yeah.
I'm always texting Katie and I'm like, so that suit that you just got, like you should just send me all your pink things.
Yeah.
Big supporters. We buy a lot of the stuff from them. I got your gifts from them for your birthday.
Yeah.
That like purple sweater.
I wear that all the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
So cute. And I mean, they're literally across the street from us. So
yeah, it's dangerous sometimes.
It is. It is. Especially if they do some kind of really fun sale because we can easily get there super fast.
Yeah.
So we can beat out everybody for the best sales. But yeah, so that was, I think all of the vendors.
Well,
did I miss one?
Well, we also had Velvet Outlaw.
Oh, yes.
That
Right next to the puppies. I was going like around the room the other way.
And it was great because I was talking to her in the store before the event. Yeah,
Love you, Miranda.
Of Velvet Outlaw. And I don't even remember how we got on the topic, but we were talking about like dogs.
Yeah,
maybe the
dogs.
puppy kissing booth.
Yeah.
And I was telling her that they were like bringing them outfits. And we were on the topic. I was like, you should make like some fringe dog bandanas. All of her stuff is reclaimed, but it's Western wear kind of vibes, lots of fringe, kind of nudie suit vibes, really fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, you should make some dog collar, like
Fringe
some little,
ones.
fringe bandanas to go over like dog collars because, we're going to have fatheads there. And she was like, okay.
Because we put her right across from them.
Yeah. And so she brought those along, which was really fun. I got Callie one, had a big photo shoot with her afterwards. So cute.
I saw those. They're so cute.
Yeah. And now Miranda is having what she's calling out paws. So she's going to have her dog bandanas in the dog shop, who is one of our neighbors down here in Nulu and in charge of the Rescues and Roses.
Yes.
So,
what a small world.
Yeah. Just
I love being down
all
here.
the things. Yeah.
And Chris is so great that runs the dog shop. I was like giving a tour to somebody who came in for WOW Media one day and she's a dog mom. And I was like running down the street. I was like, Chris, can you open back up? I got some customers for you. And she was like, I got my credit card out. And he was like, I'll open back up. That's fine. So I was like running down the street. I mean, it's like 6 stores down. It's not that far. And like in my pink jumpsuit, like, Chris, don't leave. Because I saw him walk into his car. And I was like, oh. And he said, she made it worth it.
Yeah.
I bet she did. Get it, girl. Yeah. So that was cool. And yeah, of course, love Velvet Outlaw. And I felt like everybody that was there bought up the fringe jackets. And I have one.
She has these really awesome fringe vests. But yeah, I think she sold out of them at the event. But it was like everywhere I turned, someone had one on. I was like,
me too. I was like, oh, you came to buy this just to wear it today.
Yeah.
And enjoy. Like you couldn't even wait. And I was obsessed with that.
Yeah.
I almost wore one of hers. It didn't quite go with the off the shoulder.
Yeah.
Next
that's hard.
time.
You had a whole ruffle situation already happening.
I had the ruffles. My boobs were smooshed in there. I couldn't have made a blazer work too. But for the future.
Yeah.
Yes, mom. So that was fun. And then in the front room, speaking of tinsel, we had some free experiences. Well, the first one we had was from the Craftery.
Yes.
And that was BFF bracelet making. Oh, so fun. I saw like a bunch of girls hanging out in like a circle, kind of like little, like some on the couches, little loungy kind of area, which we set up little lounge areas.
We did.
In every room. And they were full.
Yeah.
The whole time because y'all be wearing heels.
People showed out in their outfits. It was great.
I know. I want to
loved it.
full fashion show vibes.
Yes.
Wow, fashion show would be really fun.
Oh, so fun.
Oh, stop. Now I have more ideas.
Yeah. But the Craftery, they are also one of our neighbors.
Yes, on the tour.
Yeah, they're down in New Marketplace. They are a crafting bar. So they have a full bar where you can get yourself a little cocktail, and then they have all these different craft options that you can make. So it's just a way to get your creative juices flowing.
Yeah, I think I painted a concrete planter that I have.
We did the macrame whenever we shot their tour video.
We did. And then I put the planter in the macrame and then I put an airplane in it, and it's in my room.
Nice.
And I love it. And I don't know, I just thought it was so cool. And what a fun thing, like making like bracelets together, like friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Brings me summer camp vibes.
Totally does.
More on that later.
The wheels are turning. Anyways, and then we had our fave lady from Kitsch Salon. We had Lindsay Couch, who did glitter highlights.
People,
she had a line.
Line.
Next time we need to give her more space for her line. And she was like, "Oh, I'm doing this every time."
Yeah, she had multiple kinds of really like fun, chunky glitters that she would basically just like streak through people's hair. So everyone in that place was walking around glittery. It was awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Like, what a cool event. And then you walk into, who planned this? Yeah. And then you walk into like, so when you walk in, there was registration. We had like 20 volunteers. So many amazing women stepped up to make this happen as well. And then you walked into the tap room, which is where like the food, the free experiences. The bar.
Which had a huge line the whole entire time.
Yes, they were very happy with us.
They were very happy.
And this was on Super Bowl Sunday. So we were like, oh my God, I don't want to like take sales away from y'all. And then I was like, actually, watch what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm going to put really amazing people in this room and they're going to buy drinks. And they did.
Yeah.
And now they're like, please have every event here.
Right.
And I'm like, yes, man, Lindsay.
Yeah.
And then we also had one of our first backdrops. We had the Let's Go Gals.
Yes. With our pink shopping cart full of disco balls.
That was so popular at New Lou Fest that we're like, we have to bring this back.
Yeah, you guys, people were stealing the disco balls out of the shopping cart.
Oh my God, it was...
We had to have someone on like shopping cart duty.
Yeah, I left Megan there the whole day. Megan from Hard Times Collective. I was like, girl, please just stay here and make sure people don't steal my disco balls. I don't think that people are going to steal much in my store, but do I think they're going to steal the disco balls? Yes.
Yeah.
I like always have to watch them.
I mean, I guess... Obviously, they're very trendy right now, but I did not realize like how hard they are to come by, I guess.
Yeah. And apparently Five Below, which is where I got a bunch of them, is not selling them anymore.
Probably because you bought them all out.
I did buy 36 of them. I mean, we have lots of other ones, but I think we at least have 60 at this point, if not more.
Yeah.
But hey, people want us to bring them to stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure. For a free ticket? Yes, ma'am. I will bring my stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool. Unfortunately, the day before, we did have a balloon bust. Y'all probably don't even realize this. Like, we're doing like balloon installs and backdrops like the full day before. And it was crazy. And poor Adrienne at like 12 midnight the day
like
before.
The witching hour.
She was so mad, you guys.
My reaction was very dramatic, and I like it didn't feel that dramatic, but by the way, like everyone's faces in reaction to mine, I feel like it must have been pretty dramatic.
It was pretty dramatic. It was great. It made sense for the time of day.
Yeah. I mean, we had been like at it since 9 a.m. and it was like one balloon that we didn't have extras of. And I just like zoned out for a second and just got
like
to pumping this balloon up and overfilled it and busted it. And I was so mad.
And we were trying to figure out, because we put like little letters, which each of the backdrops, just so that people could kind of get it. And then at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? It's just a cool backdrop anyway. I'll just chill.
Yeah.
Because not everything can happen. Like, I know when I have to say, stop, you know, like this is taking too much. We can't worry about this, whatever. And that was one of them. And we tried to find another L because it was the L.
Tried to tape it back.
It back together. Couldn't do it.
No.
But yeah, it was a pink backdrop. It had balloons, pink and like kind of a maroon, not maroon, like a deep pink.
Yeah.
And then it had disco balls in it anyway. So it was already cute.
Yeah.
It
was
already
cute.
made sense. It didn't need the letters to make sense. And then you walk into the next room, and that was the WOW room, where we had the amazing, also check out her episode on this podcast, DJ Bombshell, playing all day for us.
Yeah. She was integral in the vibe setting.
I agree.
She
was the first person I paid for the event. I was like, we got to get her.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
And she was great. She like showed up and was like, hey, I want a list of all the vendors because I want to give them all shout outs during the event. And I was like, duh. Like,
How amazing.
Why did we not think of that? That's a very smart idea because the space was so big, like you could miss people if you weren't doing several laps. So being able to shout them out and what room they were in was really cool.
That was cool. And then having her shout out that our 500K like happened, like she was like just such a good hype woman.
Yeah.
Like we're all about hyping up everybody, obviously, but I felt like she took it over the top. And she was like, do you want to say something? I was like, you already said it all. Yeah. You're amazing. I was like, I just want to dance with these 500 like K balloons. Because it's such a big moment. Like it took me so long to make 500,000 with the new black in lifetime sales.
Yeah.
More than double the amount of time. So if I am splitting that time in half with this business, my mind was just blown, to be honest. And now it's like way past that. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop at 500.
No.
We're trying to make 500 this year. Let's get fancy with that. We will.
Yeah.
I think we're at like 75 already.
And that's not really counting. That's just store sales. Not counting anything else.
I think store is like over 50. And then ticket sales, WOW Media, and WOW Event sales is what gets us to the 75. Amazing. One day. We'll be making millions and we'll just like hire everybody and give all them amazing money to all these cool places and just live the best life ever. I mean, we're already living a pretty fucking cool life. Yeah. Not going to lie. If you've listened to the podcast before, you probably heard me mention how I recently was able to start providing health insurance to my long-term love of an employee, Adrienne, my COO. This was a first for me, and I couldn't have done it without the help of Gusto. Thank you so much, Gusto. This is an easy-to-use human resources platform that makes growing your business a breeze. No matter the size or stage of your business, Gusto puts the tools you need to hire, pay, and manage your team all at your fingertips. Whether you're hiring your first employee or looking to raise productivity amongst your team, Gusto has a plan for your small business. Head on over to our show notes for our affiliate link to unlock your team's potential today. Let me know if you use our link because I'll happily, personally walk you through starting on Gusto and running your very first payroll. Because if you use our link, you get a $100 Visa gift card. And Gusto provides me a little kickback too, so I can help you for free. Let me know when you're ready to get started with Gusto. But yeah, we had our whole store basically moved into that room.
Yeah.
It was bigger than our store.
Yes, it was bigger. And when I tell you that we took everything out of the store to move it over there, I mean it. Like we basically just flyered all of our windows with the Galentine's Day poster because it looked like someone had ransacked our store. We're like, people don't need to see this situation. We're just going to put all the flyers in the windows.
And I mean, we had to bring it all because the variety of all the product is what got us to the 10K.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. But knowing that the store needed to be open on the Saturday before when we were doing setup, we had Rachel in the store all day, which she's our baddie on staff. We love Rachel. She's studying law, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, she's just going to be like such a cool like human and advocate and lawyer. And she's going to
so sassy at the same time.
I know. I just like want her to have her own TV show.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Half of the time it's just her watering plants in her apartment, like chill. And then she's in the courtroom like, ba-da-da-da. You will not take advantage of my client this way. Like, She wants to work for the public defender's office. Like, she's just a beautiful human, and I love her. And unfortunately, she's going to be leaving us soon because she graduates from law school.
Got to go study for that bar exam.
We're like, okay, I guess you can be a lawyer.
Yeah.
It's fine. She's like, I don't want to leave you guys. We're like, we don't want you to leave.
She can come back whenever she wants.
That's what I said. I was like, whenever, forever, always, no, forever. So she was working the store, and we made like thousands of dollars on Saturday too. So we couldn't miss out on that money. And so we had to bring it over like on the second big trip.
Yes.
But I would say, like, with that being bigger than our store, like, it was just so cool because people could spread out a little bit more because we do have a 400 square foot store. So I don't feel like you always get to have the full experience.
Yeah.
And these WOW events that we're putting on are that experience. It's basically WOW times 10,000 plus like a cash cube to like, we didn't even talk about that. We set up this inflatable, you know, those booths you walk into and you try to catch the money. Like, that's what this was, just an inflatable version of it. We had a red one and first they sent us the wrong color.
Yeah. They've sent us yellow. We asked for red.
I just realized I didn't return that. So we might be just owning both because they like sent me the right one. But I was like, I'm not going to return this until we know that the red one's here.
Doesn't hurt to have a backup because I'm pretty sure the red one already has a hole in it.
I know.
We'll just patch it up.
Yeah. Can't wear your heels in the cash cube.
Yeah.
Not allowed in the future. And we're still figuring it out too. We filled it with WOW bucks, which again, it's just like, it's kind of our advertisement for our loyalty program where you can earn 5% cash back. It's literally on the website too. So just there's a little thing that says WOW bucks in the bottom. So as you're shopping, make sure to get yourself an account on there and then you earn 5% of every purchase. And you can like earn points, and I guess they're kind of like coins. Yeah. Coins that become bucks. But you earn by doing different things like following us on Instagram or giving us your birthday or purchasing. And so 5% goes back into your WOW wallet, you know, and you can utilize that to purchase from more woman-owned businesses. So it's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Like, I like it. And I printed 10,000 of them. So fucking many. I was like, I don't even know how many we're going to need.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if this like needs 10,000?
We didn't know.
We didn't know. And it's literally the exact same size as money.
Yeah.
So you could fit it and stuff. So we put it in our money guns. I was on the news like 3 times that week.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We made it around to all the stations.
We did. And they came to the event.
Yeah.
So I did an interview at the event as well. And I still actually need to get that link together. Just making a to-do list on the podcast. So it was just really cool because we'll add all that to the like press page on the website if you want to check them out. But I definitely thought that like the news all 3 times that week was like really positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like especially because there were kind of different setups. One was at the event.
Yeah.
So I could like walk him around and we had some puppies like kissing my face. And I think both of ours on the news. So that was cute. Then we had the one that was in the studio we've been to before.
Yeah.
So we got to lay out like a ton of products and then got like the full story of WOW out as well as Galentine's Day. And then we had a shorter one that was like in the anchor room.
Yeah.
Like blew my mind.
It was cool to see the process.
Yeah.
Like, I thought someone would be there with a camera, like filming, and they were doing it kind of like themselves.
Yeah.
With, like remotes. I mean, I think there was someone in another room like controlling stuff.
There's like a whole control room.
Yeah.
But no one was in the room besides the 2 anchors, like the weather guy and the anchor that were on at the time. And Shay was the anchor, and she was like a cute little mid-sized girly like me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I don't see like young mid-sized girlies on the news. Like, I'm inspired by you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, you're coming to Galentine. She was like, I can't wait. Yeah. And she like sought us out to have on her segment.
Yeah.
She was so cool. And then I had like a little bit of balloons there and the money gun, and I got to shoot that on TV. She was like, you have to. And she kept getting all these like things from the producer in her ear. And she was like, they want you to shoot it right into the camera. I was like, okay. And then at that point, I had not tested the money gun with the dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were glossy compared to like money being matte. So I was just nervous that I wouldn't like come out.
Build up all the hype, and then it's like one flies out. Boop.
So I did like a short little thing just to make sure it would work. And I kind of shook it, and then I did it again, and it totally worked. So that was pretty cool.
It was cool.
I do need to just grab all those, make sure they're together. But it seemed like from this event, like everybody was just happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think we let anybody, like nobody felt more important than anybody else. We were all like equal playing field. It was a very diverse event.
Mm-hmm.
Like the women that were there, like
all ages,
all races. Like, I mean, there was just so much diversity. I felt like Louisville was really represented at this event. And that's just something as two white women that we really take into account. Like, are we making sure that we're supporting everyone?
Yeah.
Like, we're always thinking about that and we're always doing our best. And that we will always improve in the ways that we can. Like, for example, that person mentioned to us that there were stairs coming into our storefront.
Yeah.
They mentioned that on TikTok and wanted to know, like, what are our procedures if somebody comes in a wheelchair? And I was like, you're fucking right, dude. I'm sorry. And then immediately Paige was already looking into ramps that we can roll out the silver carpet for people. But at Galentine's, we had ramp access and everything. So just like abilities as well. Like, we wanted to make sure that everybody felt welcome and felt inspired and excited and just had a blast.
Yeah. And I just like seeing all like everything that we got tagged in on Instagram of people like, you know, in front of all the photo booths. Like everyone seemed to be having such a fun time and be doing it with all of their friends. Like, it's just such good vibes.
It worked out.
Yeah.
So I guess the booths, the photo booths, as you just said, we had the front one that was supposed to be like, let's go gals, which was very much the vibes.
Yeah.
And then I also had letters for the Be Your Own Sugar Daddy one, which is just basically a money backdrop with pink balloons around it.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the letters on that one either.
Yeah.
Then we had a Spill the Tea.
Like Bridgerton vibes, which was really fun. It had like the photo backdrop was like kind of a Victorian-esque
wall.
Yeah, like wall in a room. And then we had a bunch of balloons all around it. Purples and blues and white with some like florals kind of tucked in.
The wisteria. That was interesting to figure out. Like, that was the first time you and I had done it. And it was cool to see them. Like, where do we want clusters of it versus individuals? And we had like the greenery rugs down.
Yeah.
And then we had a If You Want to Be My Lover backdrop, which was kind of a combo of Taylor Swift's Lover with If You Want to Be My Lover.
Some Spice Girls.
From Spice Girls. So it's kind of like a little Y2K.
Yeah. It was like a rainbow cloud backdrop. And then we had a bunch of like...
And very like pride oriented in that way. Like, we wanted it to not just be like love is love with like a rainbow, but like, I mean, love is just such a divine word. Like, there's so many kinds of love and so much inspiration around that. So like having the rainbow, but having it be more pastel vibes, I felt like was really cute.
Yeah. And that was the first one we put together. And I feel like
it was probably the most successful because we did it first.
Yeah. We had more time.
We started to run out of time.
Yeah. That was, time management.
Yeah. And then we had the one for the puppies too.
Yes.
The big
and
heart
that one
arch.
Actually went together
We
very
love
quickly.
the heart arch. If you guys want a heart arch covered in balloons for your event, bitch, yes.
And it's a big one.
Big. It's like at least 7 foot tall when you're standing under the center.
Yeah. 1020 was like, so can we keep this one for Valentine's Day and like have it in our front room? And we're like, sure. That's one less thing we have to carry out of here. So keep it for as long as you want.
Yeah. I will say the tearing down, of course, way easier. We were out of there 2 hours.
Yes.
And we had so much help, but we needed like 6 extra cars.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a bigger U-Haul next time. But I was nervous about the U-Haul breaking some of our small stuff. So you kind of need
finding
cars.
parking for it.
Yeah.
Nulu is not the easiest for parking. So
that was pretty difficult to make sure we could fit. I was nervous to fit like a big U-Haul in front of the store.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out on next time.
Logistics.
But yeah, setting up. Let's just finish kind of here, I think. So we obviously have been planning for forever. We got the cool vibes going. We knew what we were doing, but now we have to execute.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys even heard like, it ends well. Great for us. It ended really great, but damn, was it hard.
It was. Yeah. I feel like we all had our moments that day.
We did.
Amanda came over at one point and she was like, I think I broke Paige. I'm not really sure, but like, I think I broke her.
I was like, Paige and I learned that our working styles are too similar and that we wanted to step in and help each other.
Yeah.
So we need Adrienne in the middle of us. to like direct us because we both externally process and want to help everyone. And so we would externally process something and then want to help the other person. And then we went back and forth and we got stuck in like a time continuum. Like I was like, we're stuck.
Yeah. And whole setting up and all of our like partners were there, which was really fun. And just,
it was pretty sweet to see like, I mean, Paige's wife, you and my husband's like all working together on the greenery walls.
Yeah. They were so cute.
They were adorable.
Just making friends.
Making little friends.
Yeah. Colton, my husband, like discovered that he loves making balloons.
Yeah.
I was like,
he really did like it.
Yeah. We had a great time.
We were like, maybe him and Abby, who's Paige's wife, could go into business together and like do balloons.
Yeah.
I think they would both love it because they both had the best time doing that. My husband was like, nah.
Ryan's like, I'm here to lift shit.
Yeah. He's like reorganizing. He's very into lighting. We're a big lighting.
Yes.
Vibes of the two of us. We love it. So he was redirecting every light in the space, which again, we love 1020 and we love the availability or whatever to like make that space our own.
Yeah. It's a very industrial space.
Yes.
So
there's still so much more we want to do and we wanted to do, but even just letting us redirect the lights, like, and they never got in our way once.
No,
they were never like, they never said no, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah.
And the entire team. The entire
Everyone
team.
was
Jonathan, great. Amazing. The owner's amazing.
And everyone that was even just like working the event at 1020, they were like, this was so fun. Like
Remember?
The vibes from all the women, just like, that's what I want every single day in here. Like they were having such a great time behind the bar.
They were like, I didn't even have some crusty old men telling me that my boobs looked good today. Like, thank you for that. And I was like, yeah, of course. Anytime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Ryan like packed the U-Haul like super well. Like, I don't think we would have got all that stuff in there. Like he used to work at UPS and I mean, it was in like high school.
Yeah.
For like a summer, but he remembers all of that. He pulled that skill set out.
Yeah.
In the clutch. And then we had so many volunteers that came and helped us pack all the swag bags.
Yes.
I mean, building balloons. We had Beauty Boost Louisville with us, Trang and Brian, her fiance, I believe. Yeah. He was there and him and Ryan, Brian and Ryan running around, changing lights, building backdrop poles. Like so many things were still in the box when we brought them. And we just, survived on a hope and a prayer. I feel like Lindsay would say that, like, we just survived on a hope and a prayer. Yeah.
She would like walk through the space and she'd be like, oh, I'm coming in here for my serotonin boost.
Yeah. She's like, y'all want some Coke? Y'all, I mean, like to drink Coke. Cause like, I think this will keep your energy up. I just love her. I love her so much. I just need to like listen to her when I'm going to sleep at night or something, just to get those Southern vibes that I grew up with, like the Miss Amanda Dyer vibes. Like, loved it. But yeah, she came around so much. And the thing that we struggled with the most was just timing of the day. But again, we knew that this was going to be a learning experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first time doing an event that big.
Yeah. And Ellie was there the whole day as well. Paige was there. Like we had so many moving parts. And then even that day before, we had some vendors arriving as well that wanted to set up the night before, which we didn't think would be a problem.
Right.
But unfortunately, some of the other people that rented out the other rooms of the 1020 that night did not leave at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Left at like 10. So they really fucked over our timeline. If they had both left when they said, which maybe we should have just, we didn't want to fuck over anybody.
Yeah.
And 1020, we wanted to keep that relationship solid because it's been such a beautiful one. But we needed them out of there.
Yeah.
We needed to set up. So luckily the girl in like the third room, I just started moving stuff and I was like, don't mind me. You guys aren't like on this half of the room. She's like, oh no, it's fine. We were supposed to be out of here at like 8. And she gave us all those like vegan cupcakes from her birthday or something. And then we invited her to the event and gave her a free ticket for the next day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we left at midnight and then we arrived at 8 a.m. And once we got in, got all the lights on and everything, we just executed. Like, I felt like it was just straightforward.
Yeah.
It's like, here's where this person goes. And I never once worry that if I call out your name, that you're going to be like, oh, again. Amanda. And then I'm like, I mean, you definitely should always behind my back.
I would never.
I mean, it's fine. But like every time I called somebody's name, especially like all of our volunteers, like Megan, Ashley, Amanda, like Olivia, like there's so many. I can't even name them all. I feel like Sharina did some, Madison, our graphic designer was there. There's just so many amazing people that helped us put it together. Shoshana, Trang, like I said. And Beauty Booths gave us a few volunteers as well.
Yeah.
So we had help behind our booth, which again, helped us make our 10,000, plus goal, our first 5-figure day. So this wasn't just us.
No.
It's never just us. And I think that's just the beauty of all of this, of all of WOW, is that it's not just me sitting at home anymore doing like sewing one garment at a time. Like, look at what it is now.
Yeah.
Like,
and just to have so many people want to be involved.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the volunteers, I feel like approached us like, do you need help? Like, what can we do? And just
Lauren,
that
Chloe,
that they love WOW and us so much that they're willing, to volunteer their time to help us.
I think the main thing is that over the last 14 years, when someone needed me, I showed up.
Yeah.
And I was always nervous to ask for help because I didn't want to, I didn't want the rejection, I guess, or I had the fear of rejection that I might not get that back. But when I asked for help, everyone said yes.
Yeah.
The longer we can show up for them, the more they'll show up for us.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to cry. It's fine. It's like really...
It's not just the allergies this time.
I know. I really am like, my eyes won't stop watering, but I just feel like it was the most beautiful experience. And, I got to give like just a 3-second little speech or whatever beforehand of just like, you guys, it's time to eat. First off, I just want to thank you so much for being here, for trusting us. Like, this is trust.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like there was, like I said so many times, there's so much positive masculine energy around me and I love it, but I always felt so feminine inside and I couldn't feel comfortable in myself with that. And I never saw relationships, as you guys will learn when I have my mom on here, that like made it past like big stuff, big fights really, I guess, or whatever. There was always so little like feminine energy. And so for me to feel so much of that and feel not seen for so long and then have myself surrounded by women that trust me, like, what?
Yeah.
How do you feel, little baby Amanda in there in that little childhood trauma vibes? Like, how you feel? I feel pretty great.
Yeah.
My little inner child's so happy. And I just like, I don't know, I just to watch our team come together.
Yeah. We have a great team right now.
Amazing. And like, I really hope we can keep that up because like the culture of the company is so beautiful and it's just, we're thriving right now because of our team.
Yeah.
And because of all the support we get from our community and because of our relationships with the event venues and the caterers and the bar and the sponsors and like all of the vendors, the DJ, like everybody was down.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't think we tried to like push it last year to do it. And I was like, sorry, Adrienne, I never will do this again. And even we were going to do something this summer and we started to talk about it. And I just like to do things as soon as I think of them.
Yeah.
And I recognize that my main issue is like timing,
Yes.
which is why I have my beautiful counterpart, Adrienne, to
Amanda
say.
likes to dream as big as she can. And then I have to reel her back in to reality a little bit.
And that's the best part.
Yeah.
And like, because you're here, I get to do that. And also because you're here, you get to say, what if we do that next year?
Yeah.
We have a pretty big banner year this year.
Yeah.
I really feel like we already know what we're doing the rest of the year and we just have to execute and keep doing it. And like, if we can do that, I mean, we're going to hit that 1 million mark on our lifetime sales.
Yeah.
I think before the end of the year.
I think so.
I mean, we'll definitely have made that in the company because of the extra services. But when you guys see our counter in the store, that is only products that sold from the gift shop.
Yeah.
It's not our services or anything like that. So to have it just be products that are funny, financial feminism vibes.
Under $50.
All under $50?
Yeah. Crazy.
It blows my mind. I mean, I was selling $100 plus dresses and it took me probably 5 years.
Yeah.
It might have taken longer to meet that. So anyways, we're doing the right shit.
We are.
And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Aw, you're so cute. I can't.
Cute.
You guys, just thank you.
Yeah.
thanks to everybody. Thanks for listening. I mean, if you're still in this, it's been a while.
Yes. I think we just hit our hour 30 mark. We like to talk.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
Like,
I put on my chatty pants today. So
I was like, the chatty pants are on.
Yes.
Adrienne's ready. Well, we'll get into more of everything that's going on at WOW, but Galentine's was such a massive moment for us.
Yeah.
And I really feel like so much of that solidified that if we really are continuously in the right place and our community really does support us, the amount of people that said this is so needed because masculinity around Louisville is what's advertised.
Yeah.
There's
absolutely.
so much bourbon and horses and speed and just not speed, but fast horses, not like drugs, but just all of the bourbon, all of the tours are about that. And so many people talk to us on TikTok that are like, oh, I didn't even realize that there was this place in Nulu that's in Louisville that has 40 women-owned businesses. That's just the start, y'all.
Yeah.
That's just the start. And so hopefully we'll have lots more big events. We'll be another Create and Cultivate. Jacqueline Johnson, you're my boo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to meet my heroes, but I would meet you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
So good.
We love a theme.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like really stepping into that world of WOW and just living in it. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Anything?
Living it, loving it.
Living it and loving it. So we'll get more into everything else, but that was Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
I can't even
absolutely deserved its own episode.
I agree. I mean,
listen,
it's already, like you said, it's already been an hour and a half. And
yeah.
I'm like, did we forget stuff? Who knows? If we did, we'll mention it.
Yeah.
Just more of the day and the experiences. So good. Well, anyways, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up
so that we can do more talking on more episodes later. But yeah, thank you so much, Adrienne.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how can they put money into your wallet, Adrienne? Obviously, they can buy stuff from WOW. Plug in my own business.
Yes.
But
you can also shop my own items under
Yes.
Sasscat Creative in the store as well.
literally had her earrings on until I had to put on these headphones.
Yeah.
They were a little chunky for under the headphones, but I think I'm probably one of Adrienne's #1 fans.
Oh.
I have multiple of her pieces and I wear the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I definitely
They're
especially
fun to wear.
that heart necklace. So good.
Yeah.
So search Sasscat Creative on our WOW page and buy lots of stuff because that money goes to Adrienne.
Yeah.
And money makers, go out there and make that money.
Make that money.
Money.
If you want to put more money into the wallets of women like we do, then check out our website, thewomanownedwallet.com. And we can't wait to continue the conversation on our social media. So definitely follow us on our Instagram @womanowned.wallet and on TikTok @womanownedwallet. You can support us by following our podcast on Apple, Google, and Spotify. And don't forget to leave us a review. Thank you for listening to Woman Owned Wallet, the podcast.